Mm-hmm. Good morning, YouTube. It's not morning. Uh, I'll go get the audio going in a bit. Sure, let's save the changes to map.html. I don't know what those changes are, so hopefully nothing breaks. Everything should be loaded in already. Let's go to the app and let's turn her on. Nice. Let's get some music going. Am I in frame over here? I'm just going to go finish my bevy. My nice beverage. Fortunately, I'm not allowed to show any alcohol consumption once I start the TikTok stream. So we're just going to vibe here for a second. And it'll be a day. It'll be a nice, pleasant start to the fishing. Damn, Java is taking a little while to load today, which is always fun. That just means I have to be extra entertaining, even though there are no chatters or viewers. Nobody yet. Everything is still loading in. I might as well go join Discord now before I forget. Come on, Java initializer. There we go. All right, we do have initialization. Nice. Man, light beer hits different when you haven't drank in a week. Honestly, you're just going to have to pour the rest of this out. All right. Now this can be our little secret, right, YouTube? All right. All right, let's get TikTok going. I'll go put that down. Is there anything I'm forgetting? My paddle? The paddle would be quite important. Hey Jarvis, can you tell me a fun fact about kayaks? We'll see if he's awake. There he is. So fun fact, that command tells me a lot of things.
Let me look that up.
It tells me if my Discord is running, it tells me if my microphone is running, it tells me if
Kayaks were originally
a
invented
friend
by
is
Indian
alive.
people
He
over
doesn't seem to be
4,000 years
connecting.
ago, and the word actually
Probably
means hunter's boat.
useful information
They
for me to
were
know
first made
now.
from seal skins and whalebone to stay quiet while tracking prey. Today, they are a favorite way to explore the beautiful Cascade Lakes right here in Central.Oregon.
Nope, don't do anything. Hang on, sorry, it's gonna be a little shaky while we get the majiggy on the seat. And then we're gonna be ready to go. Wow, mosquitoes already? Pretty early in the season for these fuckers. I guess there isn't exactly a lot of snow right now. Usually they don't come out until like June-ish. But that means the fish are probably going to be pretty well fed this year. So I guess that's a benefit. At least in this river where we don't have to worry about it drying up. Let's go back in. All righty. There we go. Not forgetting anything? Forgetting my glasses. Oh well. You live and you learn. Anyway, we're going to be using some of the bull trout rigs. It's a lot shallower, so I'm going to set this to a much lower depth than normal. But our goal today is to get some brownies. Yum. All right. Here we go. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Okie dokie. Let's go get some music going for me. There we go. Now let's get back to the TikTok stream. All right. Chat, we got a mini map now, if you didn't notice. Let's get it up. Now we're kind of going to fly downriver here. And it's going to take a lot longer to come back upriver, but that's okay. Oh, Harlequin duck. Look at him. You guys see him? Oh, he sees us. Hello. Or actually, that might be a hooded merganser. It is a merganser. Never mind. Not a harlequin. Everything's looking fine, right? Let's just double check. Let's just double check that I'm being heard. Yeah, everything looks fine to me. Yep. There goes the thing. What is this? Is this something that I have to worry about? No, it's just a husk. By the way, that spot over there is a crazy good duck hunting spot. Once hunting season comes up, I'll probably be camping this spot. There. Oh, there's a fish there. I might need more weight on the Dodger. The Dodger looks like it's up by the surface. Let's go see if that's because there's... Yeah, the Dodger is up at the surface. Okay, we're gonna need more weight then. I only have 3/4 of an ounce. Let's go up to 4. I have literally nothing between 3/4 and 4. But we'll just have to use 4. And 4 just means I have to keep rowing. Otherwise, we're gonna get snagged for sure. Don't drop the scissors. Don't drop the blade. Wow, wow. Where the heck did I just... So wait. And hopefully this isn't too much for trolling. But we'll see if it is. Because I literally only have that single, what do you call? that single 3/4 ounce, and then these 4-ounce big boys. Oop. These are a lot heavier. You can see by how fast that just fell into the water. Okay, let's get everything lined up. There we go. Let's get everything moving in line and drop. Yep, and go. Let's get some speed again. Hey Jarvis, what does the weather look like tomorrow? Haven't tested this command in a while.
Let me check. Tomorrow in Bend will be sunny with a high near 77 degrees. Expect a low of around 51 degrees at night.
Perfect. Our electronic friend is listening, which means I can't say his name. It's always just nice to test him once in a while. We got some geese ahead. You know what's funny? This tree is new. This tree wasn't here during hunting season, because I used to come down here all the time during hunting season. I wonder when it fell in. Either way, I bet it's a goated fishing spot. Like this. Here, let me show you guys something. Look at this. Mallard right there. Canada goose right there. Mallard over there in the corner. Mallard over there in the corner. What else is around here? Like, it's a really great hunting spot. I probably shouldn't be leaking it on stream, but it is what it is. Oh, I just got a bite. Come on, take it. Nope. Or maybe? I feel like that's just the weight, though. Yeah, nope. No dice. Okay, well, let's get this back behind us. We did have our first bite at the very least, so we know the fish are here. Like this spot during hunting season when there's nobody with their dogs around and it's flooded like this, there's always geese hiding. Not much. Let's go see who that was on YouTube. By the way, Floppy, what do you think of the layout? I trust your judgment. I honestly trust your judgment a lot more than I trust mine. Yeah. Let's get this moving. Do you like the mini map? So, turbo tasty, not tasty, not tasty. Those are yellow eyes. I thought those were mallards at first, but they're just yellow eyes. Here, let's go get a good look at the yellow eyes. Oh, there they go. I don't shoot yellow eyes. They don't taste good. Sweet. I was really trying to like make it a RuneScape style layout, but I couldn't quite figure out how to get the tiling to look nice, so I just gave up and made it like a gradient. Oh, just had a bite. There we go. Come on, take it, dumb fuck. There we go. We got a fish on. Are we still on? Can't tell. Oh yeah, I think we're still on. Woo! Motherfucker got off. Ah, that's a bummer. Yeah, it's a pretty heavily fished area, so the fish here are pretty smart. The falls are ahead, so I'm gonna turn around here. That felt like a decent fish at the very least. Shit. All right, have fun, Floppy. It sounds a lot better than watching me struggle. Okay, let's get everything up. Okay. And since we have a dodger going upriver now, we should probably get more bites. That tends to be how these trips work. So the fact that we already got 2 bites is pretty nice. Let's get this lower though. Yeah. Go. Whoa. Is that a bite? Hang on, I can't tell if I have a fish on. No, it's definitely a snag of some kind. I feel like this area might be a little too shallow. Yeah, so this area just might be too shallow. Let's go back upriver a little bit. That should be good enough when we go upriver. Let's lower this out here. Yeah, let's keep going. We'll be right back, chat. There we go. Looks like the mini map stopped working for a second. There we go. That Canada goose is nervous. Just realized that's a single goose in its breeding season. Hashtag relatable. Yo, Vancouver Island person, can you tell me where the fish are in Vancouver Island? Because we're going up there in June. And I know the sound is super dangerous for kayaks and stuff, so we're probably not going to bring the kayak. But I would love to get my limit of salmon this year. As you can see, I clearly like fish. Hang on. I might have stuff on my lure, it feels like. I do. Is this a storm cloud? No, it doesn't look like it. It's always my big concern. Hey, am I about to get lightninged? Let's get this set up again. Yum. This means I can't really do anything with my phone because my phone's going to be wet, chat. I swear to God, if the CAPTCHA starts now, I'm going to have to land. The TikTok CAPTCHA is my mortal enemy if you haven't figured that part out yet. I should really make like a little plastic cover for my phone, just in case one of these little clouds appear. Oh, speaking of using my phone for something. There we go. Just had to do that real quick. That's had another bite. And now I'm snagged. God damn it. Hang on. I don't know what you guys would do with the camera, honestly. You mean like look or so if there was something that would make the stream more fun and engaging, I'd just do it for free. And do I sell my thing? I do. Nice. Here. This is weird. The wind's blowing me one way, the current's taking me another. Wait, so the wind's coming from that way. Ah, hang on. Which way is my satellite pointing? Here, let me go park real quick. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not just kayaking into a thunderstorm, chat. I don't think I am, but I am scared that I am. The YouTube chat already has some control over the stream, just so you know. Like, just type exclamation skip and the song skips. I used to give you guys like the ability to send graphics to TikTok. So like you would say like giga and then text, and then it would go, what do you call? It would go like display that on the TikTok chat with the giga Chad face. It was pretty funny. But then the problem was the YouTube chat would just be like, say the meanest things to TikTok, and TikTok was always like, hi YouTube, we like you. This is a fun stream. And then YouTube will be like, hey nerds, what kind of losers are on TikTok? I just had to stop it because it was like, I'm like, come on guys, don't use it for toxicity. Use it for fun. It's surprisingly hard to design a system that's used for fun instead of toxicity. Toxicity in my city, in my city. YouTube's gonna copy strike me if I keep singing that. Here, let me go. I'm gonna go upgrade the GPS tracker real quick because this thing's actually really nice. I was gonna go code my own and save myself $8, but that's incredibly cringe. So we have NEMA. We need operate in background mode. We need 10-second relay. We need a UDP client. I'm not going to say this part out loud so you guys don't DDoS me. But give me a second to copy this over. I will say if anybody can figure out what my IP address, my port is 6969. That's open. Because I am a child. Prefer cellular Wi-Fi settings. Okay. Let's see if this just accepts it right away. Hang on, let me go check my server real quick, chat. Chat, you guys are dealing with an IRL tech support call right now. But the tech support is me. We are fishing for trout, but right now we're fishing for good vibes. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, chat, you guys have a mission now. The really important mission. I forgot. Hey, Jarvis, is there any chance of thunderstorms in Bend today? Yeah, it's kind of an important thing. Oh, no, not mention.
Let me check.
What the hell? Oh, I left the chat. Oh, Jarvis left the chat. What? Jarvis, motherfucker.
Yes.
Hang on one second. Let me go restart him. He's not cooperating right now, and that's a bad thing. I don't know why he randomly disconnects. I feel like it's something related to the Discord JDA, but that's above my pay grade, and that's above most people's pay grade, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. There we go. All right. Load. Oh, I did have a critical error. That's fun. I'll go find out what that was in a second. Turn on. God damn it. Hang on, I'm having tech issues, chat. Give me a second. I'm having a great time is what's happening. Wait, why am I compiling Java 3 times? Stop it. Only compile. You know what? Just don't compile it at all. Let's just start over with a clean slate here. Oh, there it goes. It's configured. Okay, there we go. We're back, chat. Hey, Jarvis, can you say something so I know you're alive?
I'm here and fully operational.
Okay, he's fully operational, chat. Did you hear that? Okay. Hey, oh, shoot. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, chat. I'm going to turn the boat around. You're going to see what I just turned around to see. Oh shit, it's a really bad idea. Chat, you want to see what I saw just now? Oh, I got within like 1 foot of having a really bad day, chat. Oh my God. All right, let's get back into the river. Holy crap. Oh my God, that was so scary, chat. Okay, let's go back to fishing. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay, let's take a moment to decompress. Oh my God. Well, I know what the intro for this video is going to be. Yum. Oh my God, the geese are fighting up ahead. See, this is when I wish I had my enhanced command. I'm still working on it. I can get it to work in principle, but it looks super janky. Basically, I'm working on this command where if I tell JDog to enhance, it's just gonna zoom in like 300%, but not improve the quality at all. And like in principle, I have it working, but I don't know how to make it like a smooth transition from regular scale to. Oh, there's a frog here somewhere. Hang on, let me go find the frog. Brooke would like this. Where are you? There's a frog. Chat, you want to help me look for a frog? Where is he? Oh, he's quiet because there's a osprey above us. Where's the frog? Let's go. We're in frog mode real fast, chat. If I do get a frog, I'm just going to put him on the collection log. Because I find that really funny. If I am able to net him. Somebody just joined that has, I think, Brooke's profile picture, and that's a little concerning. That art looks just like Brooke's profile picture. Hang on. Oh no, that's not Brooke's profile at all. It's a guy holding a fish. Brooke's profile is a couple of ponies that we call the donks. And they've learned that if they make funny faces, we're more likely to give them a carrot. So they like to make they stick their tongue out when we come by. They're very cute. Where are froggers? I don't see Frog anymore. He's quiet. Where's Frog? Where are you, Frog? Where are you, Frog? Am I tripping? Do you guys see the frog? I'm pretty bad at locating animals like this. Where are you, Frog? I heard you. Probably ran away by now. Oh well. Yeah. That sounded like a bullfrog too, which are illegal to keep. And from what I heard, they taste pretty good. So I definitely would keep them. My litmus test for if I keep it or not is how cute is it divided by how good does it taste. Or I guess it would be backwards. It's how good does it taste divided by how cute it is. So like Chucker, extremely cute, but they taste good, so they get the blast. Versus like wood ducks, extremely cute, don't taste very good, so they don't get the blast. And then like California quail, unbelievably cute. You don't get that much meat out of them, so they're safe. You know, there's an easier way to do it, right? You just get like one of those ad-homing gimbals, and then you just let people pan it left and right. I did look at like remote control ways to do it. so that I could have commands like, hey, J, turn left, or hey, J, look to the right, for example. And then he would look left and right. But you don't need any sort of fancy software. You just need anything that can connect to Bluetooth, and then you write the code yourself. By the way, is the mini-map working? Nobody's confirmed it, so now I'm stressing that it's not working. Kind of looks like it's working. I'll go check it. Here, let's move, and then I'll check it again. I'm gonna go up to that corner, and then I'll check the mini-map and make sure I moved. But I'm pretty sure it's working. Are you saying thumbs up because it's working, or are you just saying thumbs up? Claude is cringe. You know what I've been working on, chat? I've been working on optimizing the hell out of Gemma 4. So that J-Dog responds fast. I gotta call him J-Dog, otherwise he's gonna fucking respond and try to help me out. But like, I can get his initial response time a lot lower by like running him. All right, thanks NBA. You gotta admit, RuneScape does have the most goated soundtrack. Here, let's go get some speed up. Because if I get some speed up, I can rotate this back and open this up. And this should help us catch fish. Come on. So every time I lean back like this, I'm releasing the spool even further behind me. All right, thanks for telling me I'm moving, by the way. You guys want to know a fun fact? Old school RuneScape's music is an 8-bit because it was designed to be played on a dial-up connection. And there used to be a thing in RuneScape called lag lines, where if you were in the wilderness with certain, if you stood in a really specific area, whenever somebody would cross north, it would try to load the chunk above it on a dial-up connection and cause the person to temporarily like lose connection for a couple of seconds. So you could rush them and they couldn't eat or do anything about it. Those were the good old days. Back before we had things like functionally infinite memory. My big problem when it comes to programming is I'm still stuck in those days mentally where it's like you have to justify all the memory you're using. So, like for example, I wrote a security extension for our work, and hang on one second. Brooke just kind of messed up the stream. There we go. So, I wrote an extension for like a security extension for our Chrome profile at work. Optimize the fuck out of it to the point where it's only 11 kilobytes. Like 4 of them would fit on an NES cartridge. And all of our computers have like 1 terabyte drives. It's like you could literally load 100 million copies of my program onto people's computers, and I just kept making it more efficient. And it only uses like 2 kilobytes of RAM too, which is extra fun. But it runs on Google Chrome, which will hog like 8 gigabytes of RAM. And it's just because like I grew up in that time where it's like you track, you don't think in terms of O of N, you think in terms of computer cycles. What's the fewest number of CPU cycles? And then I'll just get into like this like brain rot almost of just optimizing something. Like, hang on, let me check something. Let me see what the size of my server is real quick. Just like the Raspberry Pi, the code that runs the server is, drum roll please, 2.8 kilobytes. No, that obviously doesn't include like the backbone of FFmpeg and stuff, which is like built into the Pi, which I'm using. And it doesn't include like the microphone drivers, which actually like convert my speech into audio. But I'm just like so built to optimize every fucking last byte that it's like I just have to do it. I have to do it, otherwise my brain is like mad at me. It doesn't matter that I have 64 gigabytes of storage. It's got to be 2. If I can go from 4 kilobytes to 2 kilobytes, I got to go to 2 kilobytes. And like I justify it by saying like, well, if I can understand every instruction, it's not going to make on a quarter. You mean like a physical quarter, right? Oh, I think I'm snagged. Yeah, I'm snagged. God damn it. Here, let me show you guys something fun. Oh, I can't easily check that. Never mind. I was gonna go say, what do you think my CPU usage is? But since I'm on a phone, I don't really have like a really fast way of typing in the command. So we're just gonna use that. My CPU use on a Raspberry Pi 4, by the way, not even a Raspberry Pi 5, a Raspberry Pi 4 with 2 gigabytes of RAM is running this stream. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I only allocate 16 megs of RAM for everything. For like all of the overhead when it comes to video and what's it called? You know, all the video processing or all the RTMP conversion. I only have 16 megs of RAM, which is like a floppy disk size. And it's got to be more efficient. And the fun thing is, because my code is so efficient, by the way, chat, because like the server is just so low CPU, the battery it plugs into is just one of those like cheapo batteries you buy on Amazon, and it just runs off like a USB port, and it runs for 32 hours. Like I have 32 hours of battery off of just a single it was like a $20 external battery that I bought on Amazon. Like my Starlink has like these massive like 180 watt hour batteries with a backup, and it only runs for 5 hours versus this little thing. It runs on 2 watts average. It runs on less than 2 watts of power, and it's processing the video and reallocating it out. It's like stupid optimized. And the only reason I optimized it to that level, like I actually spent a couple weeks optimizing it, is because one summer, my Raspberry Pi would overheat. This was back when I was using 8 watts of power to run the Pi. And when you're running 8 watts of power, you need to dissipate 8 watts of heat. And when you need to dissipate 8 watts of heat when it's 100 degrees outside, you end up running the fan really hot, and you end up exceeding your 11 watt budget on that tiny little, what's it called? Battery pack. So I would need to use like a separate battery pack for it. And I was like, this is stupid. If I can just get the power consumption down, I don't need to dissipate as much heat, and then I don't need to use specialized batteries. So I got it down to like 4 watts, and it started working, and I'm like, how low can I get it? And it just became like a game for me, where I got it lower and lower and lower and lower, and I think at like 2 watts, I was like, this is stupid. I could be in 120 degree weather and my Raspberry Pi would be okay at this point. But since I did that a couple years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago at this point, since I've done that and I've already done all that leg work, I can just go days without charging my battery. Like when I do multi-day streams, you know, where I go like Depot Bay super early in the morning, and then I drive to Newport and I hit the jetty, and I'm constantly having to recharge my GoPro batteries and my mic batteries. But the Raspberry Pi just chugs along. It does its own thing, and I never need to worry about charging that battery. Well, Starlink alone won't let you stream. That's the big trap. You can spend $600 on their brand new antenna, and you can buy a GoPro with RTMP support, and you can connect it up to your home computer and download everything, and it's not going to work. Because you see all those trees? Every time a tree blocks the view of a satellite, and think about how small a satellite is when you're looking at it. Anytime a tree gets in the way, the stream drops. Now look at how many trees are around me. And think about how often I'm turning, right? If I was just blindly broadcasting an RTMP feed to my house, this whole thing would fall apart because I would constantly be losing connection. It's just for a half second here and a second there and 2 seconds there, and you only lose service for an average of once a minute. But in RTMP feed cycles at 59.9 cycles per second. So just imagine once a minute, your stream loses connection for 15 frames and it just breaks. Think about how frustrating that would be to watch. You need an intermediary. You need a way to transmit the data and re-encode it so that way you can have a steady feed even when your source is unstable. And if you look into things like HLS isn't going to work for you. You have to actually start looking at some like 90s era technology, because in the 90s, the servers were unstable, remember? Nowadays, like everything connects through AWS. So there's just the assumption that AWS will be there to talk to you. That wasn't the case in the 90s. So they made some protocols that'll help. And if you can research how those protocols work, is but that is failing. Like other streamers will go put a Starlink up. Like you said, Chad, he'll put a Starlink up, he'll do really well, he'll go to a wide open sky like this, and it'll cause problems. Versus I'll be walking around in a forest and I'll be stable. They're all like 2 years behind me technologically. That's not necessarily true. Wade, most content creators who stream and upload make most of their money from streaming. And frankly, I think the reason they're not making most of their money from streaming is because their stream sucks, because they're 2 years behind me technologically. And part of my goal on YouTube right now is to try to close that gap a little bit. Did we just have a bite? I might be hallucinating bites, chat. I might be slowly losing my mind. Well, here's how you got to think about it. Their curated content is their cash grab because their streams aren't performing well, not the other way around. Oh, we're about to have a problem. Oh, okay, that could have ended badly. What the hell am I snagged on, by the way, chat? So I'm just going to rephrase what I'm saying. The market potential for live stream is always going to be higher than curated content. That's just a fact. And if you're not capitalizing on it, like I'm not capitalizing on either right now, so I really can't talk. But if you're not capitalizing on it, that's not that. What the hell? Oh, I was on a branch. That explains why everything was funky-dory. So assuming your goal is to make money, and that's a big assumption because like my goal isn't to make money. But assuming your goal is to make money, the attention of somebody who is not interacting on a site like YouTube is much lower than the value of the attention of someone who is. That's just like a fundamental fact, right? Because if you think about how long it takes for you to watch, you know, 1,000 YouTube videos, for example. 1,000 YouTube videos is only like $1 worth of ads. Versus how long does it take the average Twitch streamer to donate $1,000 worth of bits? You could see it's way higher, right? So for the attention value, or sorry, it's way lower, I meant to say. So like for every minute of watching, a streamer makes more than a YouTuber. And that's just always going to be true because people are going to want to support their streamers a lot more than they're going to want to support big companies through advertising. And if they're not capitalizing on that, that's not the fact that like, oh, they figured out something with content creation. It's either they don't know how or they don't care to do it. Like they don't care enough to make it work. And I would be willing to bet the reason they don't care enough to make it work is because they can't get something they're proud of. And again, I'm being like a turbo cynic here, but that's kind of the way like businesses work. Like there's a reason YouTube and TikTok are trying to compete with Twitch. And there's a reason that Kick didn't even bother making a video hosting site. It just went straight to streaming. It's because that's where the money is. If it was still 2010 and the money was in banner advertisements because nobody knew how to block them, that's where the investment would be. All right, well, unsurprisingly, we didn't get a fish here. Surprisingly, we got 2 solid bites, which is more than I normally get here. Usually the fish here are like super dead. Or let me rephrase. Usually this place is so heavily pressured by fishermen that the fish kind of know what a lure is and they very rarely take one. I will admit that I have come like to places here with just straight worms, which is like not allowed. But who's checking? When I was really frustrated. And even then the fish don't bite. They do seem to like fly fishing though. Like fly fishermen seem to have okay luck. But then again, fly fishermen have luck everywhere. And if I wasn't such a degenerate, I would actually learn how to fly fish, catch them here. But it was still a fun little adventure. It was a good excuse to go test out the mini-map. The mini-map is surprisingly working well. I thought it would kind of suffer. But I think we're just gonna use this going forward. It runs off the same server that the rest of my stuff runs off of right now. I don't need to do any extra setup. I just need to start it. And it follows me around. It's kind of nice. But anyway, as always, appreciate all you guys taking your time out of your day instead of doing something productive. Just enjoying a little fishing session with me. It's always fun. It's always a good excuse to get out of the house. Sometimes it results in free food. Not today, though. And it results in free exercise, which is honestly just as valuable. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be live most of the day. You know what I'm going to do just for fun? I just saw a fish rise. I'm going to chuck this whole thing out there. I'm going to do my best to not hit that tree. Otherwise, I'm going to have a really bad time. And I'm just going to kind of go like this. And we'll see if everything stays nice and uniform. Because, I mean, I can always unsnag this if I get caught, right? I'm going to do this until I get snagged. Oh, actually, I am already all tangled up. Okay, well, we're just going to put this... I'm going to put this over here and forget about it. I'll see you guys later, chat.